Hey, it's Michael here, and today, have Millennials and Gen Z unlocked the secret to saving money on streaming TV? Well, I've got a clue for you. It comes from this flashback to a younger and thinner Michael Saves. Let's take a look.
Why do people cancel cable, sign up for a live TV streaming service, stay with them price hike after price hike, and never shop around to see if there's a better deal? This is the mistake that cord cutters make after dropping cable. You are not stuck in a contract anymore, so you don't have to keep acting like it.
So in that video from a year ago, I talked about how I strategically stop and start my streaming subscriptions to save money. Now look at this. It's a survey from Deloitte, and it describes this practice as churn and return. You can see from this graphic, 47%, nearly half of millennials, they've canceled a streaming service and then resubscribed within 12 months. But really focus here on the numbers for boomers. Only 6% of those surveyed canceled a subscription and then later rejoined it within a year. As you would expect, this survey found that people had different reasons for deciding to resubscribe. Here were the main ones. And those reasons include a new season of their favorite show was released, they routinely cancel and resubscribe to manage costs. That sounds familiar. They got a free or discounted rate, or the content they wanted to watch moved to the service. Now at this point, can't we just agree that there are just too many streaming services, both free and paid? And I hear from people all the time, they tell me they have maybe 5 services and they refuse to subscribe to another, even if something they really want to watch is on that other service that they don't have. So here's my advice for you. I've got 5 tips, and tip number 1 is to set a monthly streaming budget and track your usage. Now I've got a free streaming TV spending tracker to help, link down below if you want that. But here's my general rule. If I can't remember streaming 3 things from a particular service within the last month, I usually just cancel it because that's a sign I don't have time for it. If you're anything like me, you get a lot of recommendations from your family or your friends. Maybe you just read the comments of my videos for shows and movies on particular streaming services. So what do you do when you don't have the service that's being recommended? Here's a tip for that. Tip number 2 is to make a list of the recommendations on paper or use a note-taking app. And make sure to include the name of the service that you need to stream for that show or movie. So let's say you start to see you're getting a lot of recommendations for Netflix shows, then sign up for it and pause or cancel an existing service while you're getting caught up with Netflix. Moving on, tip number 3 is for social TV watchers, whether you like to watch with your family, friends, or just follow along on social media. The key here is to plan your streaming ahead of time. You can do a Google search for when the new season of your favorite show starts, and that way you know well ahead of time which service to subscribe to and how much you're going to need to budget for it. This next tip could save you the most money. Tip number 4 is to evaluate whether you really need a live TV streaming service. After all, those are the most expensive services. For example, I paused my live TV service this past summer when there were just fewer sports, shows, and live events that I like to watch. And if you pause or cancel a service like YouTube TV for 3 months, that'll save you about $200. Now all this talk about canceling services, what if there's a service that you know you want year-round? Well, tip number 5 is to consider an annual subscription to save money. Not all services have annual plans, but those that do will save you about 15%. So in other words, it's like getting 12 months of service for the price of 10. Not a bad deal, and sometimes you could find even better deals around Black Friday. With so many streaming services and other subscriptions too, it's easy to spend more money without realizing it. So go ahead, check your credit card statements every month and review those subscriptions. And to save an extra 6% on streaming TV services, consider the American Express Blue Cash Preferred. It's also a great credit card for cash back on groceries and gas too. Thanks for watching.